Hey everybody, it's Mike, Rocky Ridge Pigeons. So I'm out with the birds today. This is my stock loft. This is what's left of the breeders that are not in the breeding cages. And I did set up some nests inside here because some of the established pairs from years before, I'm letting them produce some babies for the race team. And it's going pretty good. I got a whole, I don't know, maybe about 20 babies coming out of here. And I've already banded 57 so far. And it's only, today's February 1st, so looks like I'm only going to have to do 2 rounds this year, and all the breeding will be over with quickly. But I'm flying the old bird team. There's a few still left up in the air. Had a big problem, probably the worst bird of prey problem I've ever experienced. About 3 days ago, they got hit right off of the loft, and about 35 birds spent the night out. They were too traumatized to return to the loft. And then the next day, they just kept circling for about 8 hours. Once in a while, one would drop down, and out of exhaustion, because they flew like 3 hours the day of the hawk attack, and then it got dark and they went somewhere else. And then the next morning they started flying around 8 o'clock in the morning. They flew all day. Like I said, some dropped down, some didn't, and they ended up, about 10 of them spent the second night out. They were still too traumatized to just go in. And third day, I only had one that was still out, and actually today's the 4th day, I think. And I just released these birds for the first time, and I think they're going to bring in that one bird that's been hanging around that was too afraid to go in. I did find one hen that had blood on it that actually did get grabbed, and I'll show you which one that is. That red check right there, she actually got grabbed. She had 4 tears, and she didn't go out to fly today. I don't blame her, but I'm just hoping that it didn't affect the way she flies. She's been flying around the loft, just fine, but when I take them out on a toss, if she comes home later or something like that, then I won't fly her in the races this year, because she's probably all done. So anyway, yeah, I lost about 7 birds, just completely lost them. They decided not to live here anymore after that attack, and who knows if they'll return. It's like, it's been 4 days, so they're probably not coming back. So anyway, that's been the excitement here. These guys are getting into full swing into breeding mode, just like all the rest of the birds. And it's going to be interesting. I'm not going to separate them. I'm going to fly them just like I flew the young birds, and I'm going to try that out and see how it works out. I don't believe separating them is going to help anything, but like I've said before, I'm not much of an old bird racer. This will be my second season, my second attempt at old birds, and I pretty much decided that all the conventional knowledge that everyone repeats has been pretty much useless. I ignored all that with my young bird season, and I had probably the best results anyone has ever seen. Champion loft, master loft. I had the first 12 ace pigeons. I had very few losses during the season, so I'll stick with what I'm doing. And normally when I see an instructional video for how to race pigeons or tips on racing pigeons, I click right off of that immediately because you don't want that stuff infecting your head. You want to just look at your birds, try different things, see what works, and just use your own thoughts combined with what the birds are telling you, and you'll have much better results than trying to mimic something that somebody else does. Because when you do the same thing somebody else does, you get the same results as they get, and that's not something I'm interested in. So you got to be willing to completely fail in order for you to learn anything. If you just want to enjoy the races and fly the birds and have some of them come home, then do what everybody else does, but by all means, enjoy the sport. But try something different. If you're interested in having real good success, try something different. I'm glad all the birds are back in here. As many as that are going to come back, they came back. I had 77. I got about 70 now. But that's a tough pill to swallow when all you were doing was loft flying and you had to lose so many birds. I lost more birds than in actual long distance races, so it's terrible. But I mean, I guess you just never know with these guys. You don't know. I think some are still a little bit traumatized, so I got about 4 that won't land right now, and they have actually went off on a range, I guess, at the moment. So most likely they'll fly, right up until dark, and they might come in, they might not. But like I said, I've had some that just decided they're not going to live here anymore. It's too dangerous, and because I know they didn't get killed, they just got too frightened to come here anymore. The Pakistani Highfliers over here are doing very, very well. I have one hen that she's paired up with the young cock and has her eggs right there, and that guy back there is fostering a racing pigeon egg for me that was laid in the stock loft in a bad spot, and so I make a note of it and put it under that pair right there. So I'll save that egg. But yeah, these guys are all doing good. Got some nice little babies there. And there's one kicking around back there. It's right behind that one. So 5 babies in there. Those birds are not around at the moment, and I didn't see them trap while I was in there, so most likely they'll fly the rest of the day. Which I was kind of surprised that what good shape they're in. When they see a hawk, they can fly for days on end. It's kind of amazing. And the second day that they were all flying, it was very windy and they were getting pushed everywhere, and it still didn't make them land. I mean, some did land, don't get me wrong, probably about 20 that day, but I was really surprised to see how much strength they have to just stay in the air on a day like that all day long. Maybe I'll show a little bit of these white pigeons. I've already taken six of the babies out, and they're going to go directly on the racing team, because I found that you can get really good results from birds that you never expected, and these are all the best quality that I could get my hands on and that I've been breeding from and stuff like that. So we're going to try them out. I'm going to have 10. I'm going to start with 10 on my young bird racing team and see how they work out. I'll show 6 of those right now. So I cleaned this building out and I'm starting to put young birds in here. And there's the 6 pure whites right there. Young babies, and then I got 2 black eagles in here already. That one just came out yesterday. And so there's my first 8 for the racing team. Like I said, I got 57 banded. Very soon this is going to fill right up, and I'm building another 24-foot long racing loft for young birds because my old birds took the other one. And then after that I should be all set. I don't think I'll need any more buildings. So, but thanks for watching, everybody. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.